is there to say?
Oh no, I don't have a second song queued up. What's going on, everyone? I'm gonna change scenes here. I really don't have a second song queued up. I was gonna play where's my scene? There's my scene. I was gonna play Arctic Monkeys, but then I realized that's probably a bad idea. There's this one that's like super slowed down and reverberated that I was gonna use as like background sound if I turn it like way down. Yeah. Can't get me with that Twitch system. This looks kind of off. So I got a green screen recently, and I have never had more pain trying to set up a green screen before. It was really easy in my other dorm because I had like perfect lighting, I had like nice overhead lights, I had key lighting and all that. But here, back in my small hometown, I have very limited to no lighting. So I'm using like an awful desk lamp. It's like right up here-ish. You can see I'm kind of fading. I'm fading away. And my eyes are green screened out because it's actually not a green screen, it's a blue screen. I couldn't get the green to work because my room is too like orange-red, and that didn't jive well with the green. But blue worked all right, so I'm gonna be slightly green screened out, but I think it looks fine-ish. Like when we switch over to the corruption window, right here. Yeah, this looks fine in my opinion, so we'll work with it. But today we're corrupting a little bit of Harry Potter Quidditch. What's the full name of this? Quidditch World Cup, which is a game I loved as a kid. If you haven't played Quidditch World Cup, it is fantastic. Alright, Arctic Monkeys, this is just too sad sounding. Let's do... not Stardew or Starbound. Let's do... Harry Potter... no, not Harry Potter. Harvest Moon DS soundtrack. OST. That might be a little more peaceful. But not the opening, because that's always sad sounding. Let's do... the spring theme. That's wonderful. Okay, but yeah, we're doing a little bit of Quidditch World Cup today. I plan on playing this for maybe like an hour, or corrupting it for about an hour, I should say. And then I was thinking I'd like to switch over to Prisoner of Azkaban on the PS2. We're corrupting it on the GameCube because usually GameCube corruptions are a lot easier to work with. PS2 can crash a lot. But I think when I do the Prisoner of Azkaban playthrough, a little bit of an intro, let's play, I want to do that on the PS2 because it looks just a little bit better. The graphics are slightly more knocked up. Is that the right term? No, kicked up. Bam. anyways, annoyingly, you're gonna see my mouse just a little bit here and there. And that is just due to the version of OBS that I've been using lately, where it captures... There's two different ways to capture a window on OBS, and I have to use the one that captures the mouse on top of it. It's using the Windows built-in screen recorder of some sort. So annoyingly, my mouse will be there. I'm going to try not to touch the screen a whole lot. But anyway, so let's get going. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get... Yeah, I can't get my like normal corruption windows up here, like I would normally do. I'm also using... Another reason why the lighting looks weird is I'm using one of my many monitors as a softbox. Office icon? Fork! How's it going, Fork? The toucan with the people face. Yeah, don't you miss that? Actually, I was just thinking I should get rid of that. Here we go. Look at that bus. Can't even get up. Can't even get up. My sources are as disorganized as Wasabi's. There we go. How's it going, Fork? I'm trying to figure out my new monitor situation. I'm using 2 monitors as softboxes because that's the best I can do. I don't even know where I normally have OBS. I guess I have it over here. This still looks fine for green screen. More so than this. I'm so indecisive. I'm gonna say this is good and just kind of work with the game. I'm gonna struggle to use the game, but that's fine. And my mouse will be here all the time. But anyways, let's get to attacking some Quidditch players. If I can get the game going. Here we go. There it is. And let me know if the game's a little too loud. I don't know what that means. To attack... Oh wait, a softbox. Oh, it's kind of like... I'm not using the way I should be doing it. So a softbox, if I had a proper softbox, what you do is you have like a really, like kind of a bright-ish light surrounded by, it's kind of like a lampshade where it like softens the light so you're not looking directly at a bulb that's just, I stared at this bulb up here and my eye has like a, what do you call it, burn in the eye. A softbox is really nice and it provides nice overall lighting. I don't have that, and I can't afford that. I definitely can't ship it here. So I just use a whole monitor, and I just pulled up a picture of like a white background, and I just stretched it out, and that's what I'm using as my nice lighting. It works great for the green screen. Otherwise, I could not get this wonderful green screen to fucking chroma key at all. It took me forever. So the only solution is to make my monitor slightly white and hope for the best, and give up some retail space for some of my monitors, even though I love having all of these. But anyways, let's get started with some Quidditch World Cup, a game that I love so dearly. A game that we've only corrupted once in the past. We had pretty good results, but this was back when I was not so familiar with corrupting, so this might be interesting to revisit it, to see it a little bit more. The best results we had was when we were staring at the Potter Boy. At Mr. Harry Potter, as they call him. That's his father's name, right there. And that's exactly where we're going to start. So, let's get going. I have 2 different memory domains to mess with, SRAM and ARAM, and I don't know what the difference is, so I'm going to try them both. I found a thing in my house today. I'm going to send you a pic. It better not be a spider. I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream very loud. I was trying to also decide what else to play today. It's either I'm stuck on either playing Prisoner of Azkaban on PS2. Oh no, thank God. I can't stand spiders. I hate them. Also, look at wood. Either doing Prisoner of Azkaban. I wanted to do Amnesia, but I think that's more like a weekend thing. I'd love to do a little bit of horror on the weekend. I think that'd be a fitting thing. I also don't know what my lighting situation would look like when I try that, because I would still like to use a cam, because that's half the fun, is seeing the streamer freak out. But I also like turning off all my lights when I do horror games and stuff like that, because you gotta get in the mood. You gotta feel in the mood to play horror games and spooky things that scare you, you know? Alright, I think this will be... Yeah, that's the one. That's the one right there. I was like, I think this is the right domain. It's SRAM. Oh, wood. Oh, no. What happened to you, wood? Oh, I just got the images. Thank you. What did you find? 1998. That was the year I was born. You found a shirt that is... There's a chance it's older than me. It probably is. I was born in June of the 98, so it likely is older than me. I am the youngin. I own a shirt. I don't own these shirts. I rent these out. These are given to me by a company. They want to show off their product, but unfortunately they have no logos, so no one knows what the product is, and that's why they keep paying me to wear their shirts. I don't like that. Harry's missing his face. He's missing his head. It kind of reminds me of those Ubisoft corruptions they used to have all the time, where like the skin would just disappear. Come on, Ubisoft, you gotta get on top of it. You gotta keep your skin on your characters, otherwise you will horrify your audience. Go on, Harry, keep talking. Keep talking about how we may win that Quidditch World Cup with your skinless head. The mouth. Oh, there's Wood! He's just a disembodied hand sneaking into like the little chest to pick up the quaffle or something like that. He's not even talking. Pay close attention to Wood. He's gonna teach everyone how to play a little bit of Quidditch. And it's just these disembodied hands like picking up various objects and moving them around. That's what Wasabi would look like. Oh man, if I was great at Photoshop, I'd love to take Harry's head and just like superimpose Wasabi's like me's face on there. That'd be terrifying. But yes, I agree. That is what Wasabi looks like in real life, in case no one knew. He doesn't have skin on his face. It's just eyes, a mouth so he can talk, obviously. I don't even know if he has ears. Just pretends that he does. They're all electronic. He was built to stream. That is the case. I don't know why people want face reveals, just eyes and mouth. Exactly! If you could easily do this, where you could hide all other portions of your face, I'd be golden. I would be asking for face reveals left and right. But the fact that people want the entire face, I don't want my face in that database. I don't want it scanned and used for nefarious purposes, even though I'm using my entire face now. Whoops. You gotta be cautious about your security. What's going on there, Harry? Oh, too fast. Way too fast. Oh my god, look at Wood's hand! Look at that massive hand! I'm sorry about my mouse. I know that's so annoying to look at. Look at that. Look at that face! Oh my god! Yeah, Tech, be careful. I'll be as careful as I can. Don't you worry. What's going on, Tornado Man? Welcome, welcome. Good to see ya. Wait, I want to look at Wood. At his massive mitt. Look at that. You can tell he's a keeper, or I don't know what the rules are. A beater, because he beats the hell out of the quaffle with that hand. I'm really testing my knowledge of Harry Potter Quidditch. Look at that thing. It's massive. I can't even see him anymore. Alright, that one's fine. He's missing an arm in this one. Oh no, he's not. It's like... Oh, it's like all crooked and broken. Oh, poor Harry. Look at the little tiny Harry, like, reflected image. That reminds me of those photos that they take of people, and, like, it's not only the main picture of them, but it's also, like, a slightly faded out version of them. Oh my god! Don't do that, Harry. Oh no, ouch, it's slightly broken. They put that, that bone healing juice back in him, but they didn't quite fix his bones right. It makes him stiff again, but it doesn't mean it puts him right, like, back at the same position or anything like that. 6 foot Harry? Is he 6 feet? Where'd he go? Let me go back to that one. Is this 6 foot Harry? That's so weird. I think that reflected image effect is something they added. Like, that's there by default. Alright, let's see you, 6 foot Harry. Come on. Stand up. Oh. See, 6 foot Harry. Everyone defines the standard height as 6 feet. If you're not 6 feet, then I'm sorry, but some people say you're a lesser human. I don't know why people say that. I'm 5'11", so I feel the pain of that. But Harry Potter himself, if you didn't know, defined that standard. Back up, he's gonna spread the Rona. Oh, you gotta stay away from 6 feet. Is this... Wow, this is grotesque. Look at this. Okay, his head's on backwards. No, I don't want to look away. Come on, game, don't take my camera away from me. Look at those legs. Look at those. Those are built for a broomstick. You don't even need to, like... You know how you, like, would ride a broomstick? You'd put your legs, like, back into the stirrups or something like that? Oh, unfortunately, the autocorruptor's not working. Sorry about that, Tornado. I ain't got no stirrups. You don't need stirrups. You can just use your legs. I'm the shortest in my family. I think I'm taller than both of my parents, because my grandparents are fairly tall. But everyone else in my family, I think, is taller than me.
No. Quidditch is easy
Oh, no problem. I think I can... I don't know how easy is that is working. I was thinking the reason why I haven't really set that up a whole lot... Well, actually, I haven't streamed it forever. One of the reasons why I haven't set that up is I don't think it was too popular, unfortunately. I may give it another go, though. Let me give it another run. It was a lot to set up, sadly. I'm not even short, just a tallish family. That must, like, suck for family photos. I always hated taking family photos because I always wanted to stand in the back, like, with all the tall people. But, of course, I couldn't, so I had to stand, like... I'd have to squat in the front, because that's the only, like, position that would actually work for me. It always made me sad. Oh, hey, Harry. Snake Harry. So far, some pretty good, like, model corruptions. I'm surprised. Pretty sure that's a broomstick. Okay. Didn't want that to be weird. Oh! Everything on the map is just, like, compressed into this little spot. Like, Wood is in there, Harry's in there. Look at that. Wood and Harry finally together in this... Whew, horrifying place. That's how the quaffles are made. You have some really bad Quidditch players that lose the Quidditch Cup, and they just kind of squash them up and put them into the box, and wait for them to ferment for a little while. Ugh. Pretty sure it's a broomstick. I wasn't sure. I mean, shoot. I mean, look at that for a couple seconds. Welcome to Hogwarts. I don't want to be welcomed anymore, Harry. You just scare me. Look at that hand. It's kind of cool how the hands are all, like, differently segmented so they can move them all around. Or break them in very many ways.
Now that you're here, you can choose which of the 4 house teams.
There's the 6-foot Harry. Oh no! Oh, poor Harry. Oh my God! Oh, what are you? He's like a spider. Spider Harry, a hairy spider.
And if you're successful in these challenges,
My brain hurts.
then your team should have enough skills to compete in the Hogwarts
Look at that
Quidditch Cup.
abomination.
You might even win it.
You might even win it. Who knows? It's in him. Where's Wood? Wood, are you in here? Where are you?
It's easy enough to understand. There are 7 players in each side.
Let me turn it over to the Eldritch horror that is called Wood, as he explains what Quidditch is.
This is called the Quaffle.
Oh! The darkness is called the Quaffle.
To Hogwarts. Now that you're here, you can choose which of the 4 house teams you'd like to take.
Oh, I was wishing the whole field would be gone. I was like, what a great stadium. Like, if you fall off your broomstick, you just get pulled into the void. That's it. That's the end of your life there. You had a good run.
To Hogwarts. Now that you're here, you can choose which of the 4 house teams you'd like to take through to the Quidditch Cup.
I don't want any of the house teams, Harry.
Ravenclaw,
Deal. Deal.
now that you're here,
Alright, give me my teams. I want to see the teams. Oh, you guys want to corrupt Malfoy? Why's my mouse not working? I would not like that team, please. Oh. I'm choosing all the wrong buttons. Can I choose a different house? Does it let me? For some reason, it doesn't seem like it has other options. I would like to go to the right, please. There we go. Let's corrupt Mr. Malfoy. I'm going to point him himself. Oh, I have to use the D-pad. That's why. That's weird. I want you to point yourself one more time. Get ready. Right there. What's up, Wasabi? Good to see ya. The Sorting Hat is missing, so Hagrid has to kiss your head to choose your house. How does he tell what house you're in? Is it like the burning of his lips decides it? Oh, look at Swole Malfoy over here. Wherever the hell the Orange. Orange is not Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. Whoever the hell the Hufflepuff guy, he's just looking over here like, this seems like an unfair advantage. Good to see you, Wasabi. Good to see you. I was thinking I'd like to play some Fall Guys, but I just also thought that I am so bad at Fall Guys that I don't think I should play it. Cedric probably. You think that's Cedric? Probably is. Was he there in the early... No, he would have been a... He's a year above Harry, so he would have been a second year. Second years can fly broomsticks, so that seems reasonable. I was thinking Fall Guys. I'm just not very good at it, so I don't think I want to play that. I think instead... Oh, there's Short Malfoy. I think instead I wanted to do... Hey, Fun Dip. 232. How's it going? How's it going? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. I keep repeating my messages, or my voices. my vocals. I want to play Prisoner of Azkaban on PS2. I think it's what I want to do today. Not corrupt it. I'll have corruption possibility available, but I think I'm just gonna play it. Or I mean, yeah, just do a let's play of it. On Saturday/Sunday, I would like to do that as a horror night, horror game night. So I'm planning on doing Amnesia then for, I know P-Huck and Milkshake have been wondering about that. Oh, God, Harry. God. I suck so we can drag Wasabi down together. Look at the little dance he did, oh my God. Harry's neck's like, oh, it looks disgusting because every once in a while it looks normal and then he like twists it off. I do feel like in some cases I was actually pulling Wasabi down, both physically and mentally. God, look at that neck. How are you guys doing? They're all just like shadowy figures that are staring at Harry. Oh, what's wrong with the Ravenclaw team? Are you okay? Or even are you? I'll beat him. I bet you would. I mean, shoot. Well, actually, Wasabi, you've had like, what, 15 wins or something like that? You said you counted at some point. There's a couple of people in your chat that are like just killing it in the wins. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even get. I have not gotten my first win yet. Not even in the beta when I played it like a ton. Well, I got to, I think, like level 10, so a ton plus I'm on like level 20 or so currently, and I still have yet to get a win. It usually comes down to Hex, and I'm just not good at Hex. He was not nice about it. Can you blame him? No, I'm kidding. It almost looks like they're trying to make it look normal, like by having this transparent thing in front of them and behind them. But when you get in the middle, when you get into the kill block, everyone's a little messed up. Isn't that right, Harry? I don't know look at the Ravenclaw. Wait. I don't recognize the Ravenclaw person. It's weird they don't give the names. I wish they knew their names, because obviously they're people from the series. Unless they just said fuck it and just like, screw Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff, they're no one I know. Oh, look at his little tiny hands. Sabi has tried to beat Penguin in Tug of War twice and lost both times. Tug of War? Like still in Fall Guys? I've seen a couple of people that get like really bad luck in Tug of War and stuff like that, or like where they just grab somebody. Oh, this is weird looking. Or they grab someone and get like instant karma by like getting knocked off, which is always hilarious to watch. Yeah, every once in a while. Do you see how he like kind of pushes his face out and then like retreats back into himself? Do it again, Malfoy. Let me see that little face. Ooh. He looks so angry. Yeah, and trying to push each other off the map. It's such a mean thing to do, but it can be so effective, I guess. I don't know if that would actually secure you a win, but it's definitely some fun stuff. Those are all secrets, by the way. Could you tell me what the Ravenclaw secret is when Harry... I don't know what part of the year this would be. Like, this isn't probably the first year. Maybe it is. Cedric is the secret prior to book 4. Oh, even in the first book. No kidding. Okay, so Cedric definitely for the guy. Who was the girl then? Because I don't think I knew. Is that Cho? No kidding. I was like, the only person that I know that's in Ravenclaw is Cho Chang, but I don't think she's a seeker. Like, that would be amazing if she was actually a seeker. Someone needs to reread. I guess so. I keep stopping at the 4th book because I don't think I don't own the 5th book on audiobook. And it's painful. Computer, play Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. That's probably not going to come through, Mike. Just pay $14. Yeah, I'm not going to buy that. No! Computer! It's just going to keep going. That's just now part of my stream. Alexa, be quiet. I have an Alexa that I hate. It's awful. But I would love a Google Home. Popo! Hi, Popo! How's it going? It's just not modeled after the actors because this was before 4. That makes sense. Okay, that makes more sense. Is it still going? I swear to God. I don't want to yell so loudly because people downstairs are going to hear me. They're going to like wonder if I'm okay or not. No!
Okay, here's a sample.
Don't play a sample! Oh my god, it's playing a sample! I thought it'd be funny to do a little bit of a bit, but then... It's still going. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Bunch of Potter nerds. I love Potter. I have listened to every single Harry Potter probably like 40 times, if not more. Because I love Jim Dale. I think he has a wonderful voice for it. And I can't hear the characters without listening to his voice. Like, I usually just listen to his voice in the back of my mind whenever I reread it. I absolutely love Harry Potter, though. Love the games, love the movies, love the books. Don't talk about it very often, but whenever I get a chance to, it's always kind of fun. Yard Workman? Yard Workman. I'm sorry, I don't know what I missed on that. There's nothing Alexa has brought into my life that... Wait, to deserve still being plugged in. It's a very good point. When I just got back from home, from college, I was kind of used to having... It's still going. Let me see if I can shut it down. Computer! Stop! Yes! Finally got it. When I just got back home from Chicago, I was used to having a lot of background noise just behind me and stuff like that. Before I even went to Chicago, I loved silence in my room. Complete silence to the best of my ability. And when I went to Chicago, it was really annoying to try to sleep for a long time. For months, I would have, like, hard sleep. And I couldn't do, like, earplugs or anything like that. That would bother me when I slept. So eventually I just got used to it. But then when I came back here, and I'm coming back to the silence, I needed just something for background noise. So I used Alexa for... First, Harry Potter, because they were actually offering the first book for free through Amazon, whatever. Part of J.K. Rowling learning or something like that, I think what they said every time I started up. But only the first book, so I didn't get to listen to the rest. So I used it for, like, rain sound effects, like white noise for a little while. But slowly but surely, the little dinky speaker in that damn thing went out, and it would be to the point where, like, I'd listen to the rain, but it sounded like really choppy rain. I didn't really, like, feel like I was in the moment anymore, so I eventually just turned it off and stopped using it altogether. I will still just very rarely turn it on when I'm too lazy to switch off my headphones, and I just want a little bit of, like, out loud music. If you use headphones exclusively for everything, every once in a while you want, like, music in the open. I don't know why, it's just nice. Like, maybe you're doing something, like cleaning your room or whatever, and you just want a little bit of music to play. Oh my god, that's Malfoy. And for that reason, I like using her very sparingly, and I'll, like, plug her in and then immediately unplug her whenever I need to do that. Also, the only other nice thing is you can call her computer from Star Trek as opposed to Alexa. Very small liking there. Hi, Malfoy. That's a good little image there. You know what's in Chicago? FIBs? I should know what that stands for, but I don't, so I'm going to give it a Google while. And you may have even explained what that means, but I'm going to ignore that and Google it. FIBs. Wait, fibs. I looked up fibs. If you don't know, ask when you go back. Ask someone that won't hit you. I don't know what fibs are. I feel like I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get hit by a lot of people trying to wonder what FIBs are. And now I can't Google it. Here, I'll look up Chicago FIBs. Oh, that's mean. Fucking Illinois bastards. I've called it Illinois for the longest time, and everyone hates me for saying that. I'm not from Illinois originally. I'm from California, so I am definitely not part of that culture in any way. I'm glad I found the source of that without, like, you know, putting that in the back of my mind and just forgetting about it. And then it comes up one day and I ask someone, and they hate me for that reason. Ooh, lots of flashing lights. But good to see you, Popo. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well indeed. I've seen you stream a couple of times. I saw you play Fall Guys, but I didn't get to see you raid Wasabi. Hope the gaming has been fun. The last time I think I was able to stop by the stream, we were cleaning out the garage, and that was so much fun. Oh my god. The crossbow. Oh. Alright, I think we have enough of Malfoy. We've had some good Malfoy ones. Let's move on to Cho Chang to see if that's like... It looks like the exact same model, they just put longer hair on her. But let's see if we get different corruptions out of her. And you can also see a little bit of Cedric, which is nice. I think it looks like a weird haze. His IRL streams are great, right? Honestly, IRL streams. I've browsed around the IRL section or just chatting a couple of times with Wasabi in the past, and it's not just chatting. It's what was it? Outdoor something outdoors, which seemed like a much better choice than just chatting. But I would just peruse the just chatting for people that are just like having like a real time, just like a fun time outside, either just like walking around or just like, I don't know, just doing something that just seems realistic and not just like talking in front of a camera for like a short amount of time and then ending it. I don't know what point I'm trying to make here. But I swear to God, both of yours are the funnest streams. Love Fall Guys. Lately we've been digging a trench. You've been digging a trench? What for? That sounds, see, just stuff like that, like, when you see digging a trench, that sounds amazing, and I absolutely want to stop by and watch that. I gotta catch it next stream for sure. I'll be, like, picking up, for the past, 2 weeks, another reason why I haven't been able to stream in a little while is I've been having serious car problems. So, even if I'm at, like, the shop taking care of my truck, I swear I'm gonna run back and watch that stream. But God, I've been... What's the expression? Through hell in a handbasket or something like that? Oh God, Joe. Hair's getting a little long. Hell in a handbasket with my truck lately. I had a problem with the oil system. So I thought it was originally a clogged filter. Swapped out the filter. Then I realized when you swap out a filter, you want to bleach your lines or what do you call it? Bleed your lines, so you don't have air in the system. So I tried bleeding my lines, and it turns out the lifter pump that brings the oil from the oil pan over to the motor went out, so I had to replace the motor on there, bringing more air into the system, obviously. And then I realized the motor wasn't kicking on. The old one was still broken, but the new one wasn't kicking on unless I jumped it manually off the fuse box relay, the fuel pump switch or whatever relay. So I switched out that switch for it. Switch wasn't the problem. It's something to do with some subsystem. I did a little bit of research and figured out there's an oil pressure switch that's part of that whole fuel system, and that triggers whether or not that pump comes on. So the oil pressure switch went bad, and then to reach to where the oil pressure switch was, which is right on the head of the motor, like really down deep, it was a hell of a job to get that out. And then after that, I just had more and more problems with air in my line, so eventually I brought it to the shop. Currently it's at the shop that's taking care of it, because I can only do so much with like a handful of hand tools in my backyard. Try olive oil? Yeah, I could just like put some olive oil directly where it's supposed to take diesel, but since I don't have diesel, and you can't put gas in it because people are like, don't put gas in diesel, what's wrong with you? I could use olive oil. I mean, that might be a good idea, right? I miss having a working vehicle. I have 3 vehicles, and all 3 of them are not working right now, which is excellent. One of them just needs a new battery, so I can just get that done right away. But I don't want to drive that one regularly because that's my old muscle car, which is a 73. So even though it's a great car, it makes cars next to it, makes their alarms go off when I start it up because it's so damn loud and rumbly. So I don't want to use that as the daily driver necessarily. Supplying power to an auxiliary structure, tons of fun. That sounds awesome. I remember I did something like that once, actually, now I remember. We had like kind of an auxiliary like building on our property, and I had never done any electrical work before or anything like that, but we wanted to get a little bit of power out to that building, and originally it wasn't powered or anything like that. And I got help from a friend's dad who was like just an electrician kind of guy. And we had a lot of fun doing that. We dug the trench, you know, laid the lines, got the power over to the building. Whole lot of fun. So I'm excited. That's gonna be a fun stream. How much progress have you made so far? I'm not getting many more results, so we're mostly just getting like the twitchy people. Let's try maybe some gameplay now. We're gonna choose. Personally, when I choose a Hogwarts house, I'm always a Ravenclaw. I mean, we could do Gryffindor for a bunch of boring kids, but I'm just gonna choose Ravenclaw, sorry. Which Hogwarts house are you guys? What do I want to try? Oh, I don't want to try any of these. Look at these guys. Oh, poor Ravenclaw. You have, like, a Doctor Who wannabe. You have the Neville of Ravenclaw, and you have Cho Chang. You're about 60% done? Okay, good. So not all the way done to where the point where, like, the first stream I stopped by, you're like, all right, we're all finished. But I do want you to finish, of course. But you're also well along, which is good to hear. Good to hear for sure.
Roger Davies, Ravenclaw Chaser.
What was your name?
Tackling and shooting on goal coming
That's too late. I'm just gonna learn how to tackle with the Neville of Ravenclaw. I can't decide if I want to get Prisoner of Azkaban on the PS2 or GameCube tonight. So we're going to play a little bit more Harry Potter tonight. That's my plan. We want to do a little bit of Prisoner of Azkaban. I've done Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. I finished both of those on stream. Kind of well into the past. Prisoner of Azkaban, the graphics on Prisoner looks a lot better on the PS2. Well, moderately better. You have the differences between GameCube and PS2 there. I think it should run modded really well. I have the PS2 one off my file server. I own both because I just have copies of both. But the PS2 one is the one I currently pulled off the file server already. Wherever the hell my server is back there. This game has a ton of fictional teams. Yeah, I remember they had like different, I thought continents or like countries, if I remember correctly. They had stuff like Germany and Russia and stuff like that. If that sounds right. Ready, set, save. Makes Quidditch feel more fleshed out. Yeah, more so than you ever get in like the books or anything like that. Like I guess you have the auxiliary stories from Pottermore, I guess, whatever the hell your reliable source for information about Quidditch would be. I'm not gonna make this shoot, but it's nice to have something like this where you can, you can play on the teams. It's almost too bad they didn't continue it. I wouldn't want to have something like NBA 2K 2019, 2020, whatever, every single year or anything like that, but it'd be kind of cool if they had like an occasional Quidditch release. I mean, that'd be kind of fun to play. They made Harry Potter Quidditch brooms that vibrated and then sold them to kids to put between their legs. Why would they even... Why? Like, I can't understand. Okay, having a Quidditch broom, that's awesome. Like, give that to kids, sure. But to have it vibrate? What were they thinking? Like, maybe make sounds. Like, I could understand that. Whoa! Hey, thank you, P-Hork. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter, for giving a gift sub to Fork. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. Anonymous Gifter, that's a cool name. Thank you so much for that gift. That's well appreciated. You plan on beating this or just corrupt it? I only plan on corrupting this. Is there an ending to this? I don't think there's an actual ending to Quidditch World Cup, unless you mean Prisoner of Azkaban. I plan on playing and possibly... Oh, there is an ending. I didn't know that. Playing and possibly ending Prisoner of Azkaban, I don't know quite yet. Also, I'm not corrupting. I should be corrupting. I'm just kind of sitting here, moving around. Well, let's actually wait until after he talks, because that's going to get annoying. But yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban I plan on playing. I don't know how long, though. I don't want to tackle Edgar. Oh, I'm not the clear guy. I'm this dude, the guy at the back. I thought I was the ghost. I feel like I'm playing against like a younger brother or something like that. It was me. Oh, it was you. Oh, thank you, Anonymous Gifter. Thank you, Fork. Oh, now I'm even more confused. I thought it was like Maxite or something like that because that's something he would do. He used to have stuff like Bitfax and stuff like that. It was always so funny. It was me. I modded on that one. Mods must sub. Mods don't have to sub. That's definitely not true. But thank you nonetheless. I appreciate it. Okay. No one's talking. Time to corrupt. I don't know how good this will be, because when you get model corruptions, those are the funny ones. Seeing people corrupted are always so funny. Getting gameplay corruptions, they can be funny if they're done right, but often you just get... Oh, never mind. All right, I take back everything I was about to say. I am so happy with what we got. This is still a model corruption, but oh my god, look at this! Oh my god! Now this is pod racing, even though I've never even seen Star Wars. But look at this man! Look at these dives! Oh my god! Troll subs. Was that actually one of his account names? It sounds like something you would have had. Look at the end of the stick. Oh, it's amazing. Oh my god. If I mod, I must play thing to do. I guess so. That's fair. If you can't afford it though, like if someone was modded to me because they stop by all the time and they're totally diligent and stuff like that, I definitely don't want to like require them to sub. I think that'd be awful. I mean, to require that, I'd feel like a dick to do that. That looks painful, very much so. See, this is peak Quidditch physique. You must stretch your body out in many forms. They use magic, but you know, only the true Quidditch players use the old like method of, what are those old like torture devices they would use that actually like stretches you out, or probably pulls your limbs off, but stretches you out, we'll say it the nice way. Only the true Quidditch players do the official way of stretching yourself out. Let me go back to this one. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. You don't use magic. That's wrong. Flying humans, good assessment there. Nothing wrong here. Nothing wrong here at all. This is just true. This is Quidditch in its most raw form, if you will. All right, let's take our shot. Bastard. Can I just watch this and say I finished Harry Potter? No, you may not. No, you may not. What's going on, Falcor? Good to see you. Good to see you. I mean, we're so far from Harry Potter that I don't think that would quite work. We are planning on playing Prisoner of Azkaban. The games, in some forms, do have somewhat of a storyline that follows along with the movies and the books. I would say up to the third game. The fourth one and on, not so much. Maybe the fifth one a bit. But they take their own liberties in some places to make the gameplay fun, which I can understand. They're super loose cannon, yeah. They have a rough storyline, and they both, you know, start and end roughly the same way, but how you get there in between has some wishy-washy. So are the movies, yeah, the movie cuts out a lot. Definitely recommend the books. That is what I grew up on, and that is what I love. You look like a spider? I do look like a spider, don't I? Let me re-roll this one, see if we get different results out of it. That one, I think we're just smaller. This one, we're invisible. I might have to sanitize it. Yeah, let me sanitize this out. So, if anyone is unfamiliar with corrupting, I can give it a real quick description. Corrupting means that whenever the screen flashes and we get like a brand new screen like that, it means that we're sending a bunch of data to the disk, or we're essentially just taking a knife and we're kind of scratching a CD and then putting it back in the GameCube and seeing what happens. And when I sanitize it, or when I sanitize a corruption, it means I'm gonna refine that scratch to be the smallest possible form. I'm gonna find exactly what causes this to happen and just, you know, take that out with a pair of tweezers, essentially. And that way, if, say, I know exactly what causes them to stretch out, I can change whatever I send there and modify that scratch to make it whatever I want, in the small limitation of our corruption. This one doesn't have it. Ew, spider. You look like a spider. Are you in the forest? I don't know, actually. Are we in the forest? What's our setting? No. Well, kind of. We're outside the forest. I think it's like right on the edge of the Forbidden Forest, if I remember correctly. Well, no. No, it's not. Hagrid's From Hagrid's hut, you can see the Quidditch Stadium. And Hagrid's hut is on the edge of the Forbidden Forest. So it's near it, but not necessarily next to the forest. Alright, and this is all sanitized. I'm going to send this to my stash. Okay, now we can give it a proper reroll. There it is. There it is! Is this some new Taz creation you're rewinding? No, not at all. We're corrupting the game, so we're just breaking the game. We're seeing what happens when we scratch it with the knife, the disc, and then put it back in the GameCube. And this is the wonderful stuff you get from that. Now we actually look like a little pod racer or some spaceship of some sort. Look at that. Can I get the quaffle? I would love to have the quaffle, please, so I can see what happens with the camera. Daddy long legs. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There we go. We have the quaffle somewhere on our spaceship, and give it a toss. There we go. That's all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. It's all it takes. You're setting into another form. Actually, can I, it's too bad. It's gonna keep us moving, but I'd love to get a good look at, like, our face and what that looks like. Unfortunately, I can't, like, pause it while I'm moving the camera around, but suffice it to say, I'm horrified. I also like that the ghost doesn't look like this, so this must be terrifying for him. Like, he was programmed to do one thing, and that is to, you know, prevent you from taking the quaffle. But, like, he's been used for ages, for years, and slowly but surely, humans have evolved into a higher being, while he has not. Humans have evolved into Quidditch-playing machines, if you will. I would quit being a wizard if they chased me, especially if they chase you like this. I mean, just look at that. Like, come here, let me get that quaffle. This is so terrifying. Face full of misery for having their bones stretched. This is what happens instead of regrowing your bones like they did for Harry. They overgrew his bones. They overpowered his bones to make him a stronger player. Harry Potter, the unabridged edition, if you will. All right, do we end it on the Racer Harry? I mean, do we end the Racer Harry? It's against God and nature. I agreed on that. Oh my god. Come here, one more time, one more time. I want that little quaffle. Don't you run away. I like the, like, balancing, too. This is me trying to balance. Look, it's like running. It's running on the ground towards him. Come here. You don't need broomsticks anymore. This is the future. You come here. Hey, what's going on, Spinju? Good to see you. Good to see ya. Everyone, Spinju is a fellow streamer who does lots of speedruns. Go check him out. How's it going, Spinju? Good to see you, man. I can't quite reach him. Come here. I got him. Yes. Excellent, excellent. And made the shot. All right. Straight terrifying. Straight terrifying. Oh, and here's another one. Wow, this wasn't even a reroll. This is a whole different effect. Oh, big head. Slightly growing, slightly turning into a massive flesh on the screen. What is this? It's a shout? No worries. Yeah, this is corruptions. This is what we normally do on the channel here. Essentially, imagine you took just a GameCube disc, or like a Wii disc, or a PS2 disc, whatever you want, some disc, and you hold it up in the air, and you take, oh, I don't have my pocket knife on me. I wish I had. That would have been a perfect little analogy. But you take that disc and you just scratch it a couple times with a knife, or you put it on some gravel and you like rub it on the ground a bunch of times, and then you put it back in the GameCube, and you see what happens. And that's essentially what a corruption is. It's just like a bunch of random data where it's not supposed to be. We do essentially that, but with a bunch of specialized tools that make it a lot easier by some fantastic people called Neri and Kluzar. And these are the results. These are what happens when you randomly corrupt a game. And we've had a lot of fun results with various other games. This is one of my, well, I would say this is one of my favorites. This is one of the ones we've had fairly good results in the past. Did we just crash it? Is that our first crash? That's our first crash of the night. There's the broken glass to signify that we crashed. Let me start back up here. I call hacks, kind of, in a way. Hacks, but very, very random hacks that are, if we hacked using this method, it would be the most ineffective method to hack possible, which is hilarious. A couple times the corruption software that we use has been mentioned. Where's my game? Come back, game. Come back to me. Has been mentioned, like, you could use it online to hack the online scene. God, no. Not only could you not do it, it would be the most inefficient and ineffective way to corrupt an online game. We, of course, don't corrupt online games at all. We only do offline games that we own. That's the first crash. I'm so happy about that. It's funny. We used to get so crashy on GameCube games, but lately we've been doing pretty all right. Look at these. Oh, can I show this on Twitch? All right, they're hugging, everyone. As long as everyone agrees they're hugging, I can stay on the screen for about 2 minutes while I catch up with chat. Hugging. The Potter corruptions are so damn good. We've had, honestly, like, excellent results with Harry Potter in the past. They got pants on, right? They do, all right? Got pants on. And everything's all right. Sorcerer's Stone was pretty good. I mean, shoot, just a lot of the face corruptions. Like, it's always been fantastic. Why is there Mothman? I'm glad you recognize Mothman. Oh my god, we don't get a lot of shoutouts from Mothman. Only like OG people that have been here for forever recognize Mothman. We got him here because we played Animal Crossing a while back. That's actually when I came back to streaming for a little while. Hey, thank you for showing some love. Thank you so much, Spinju. Appreciate those bits. Thank you. So anyways, back when we played Animal Crossing, there were so many moths in the area that I started in that every single time I saw a moth, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna capture it and I'm gonna put him somewhere. So we found a special part of the map where I set up my moth memorial. No, that's not the right word. This is my moth like area, and I just put a bunch of moths in a corner, and that's how eventually we started calling, or saying Mothman, or just having like all these moths in this area. We later on got hermit crabs, and we said that the hermit crabs needed a mascot to face against the moths, so we had a hermit crab man and a Mothman, and that's how Mothman came here. Long story for that, but that's how we got Mothman, and he's been a small channel mascot ever since then, along with, do I have my other mascots? No, it's just a bunch of other stuff all over the place. Mothman never leaves. I always like him because I would use him as like a backdrop, because I always use like the space backdrop. Like, this is my full cam. If I switch to that, I have like the space background. I always like space, and I think it fits nicely. Also, look at that. My eyes aren't green screened out anymore. It got dark outside. It's kind of going there. I I just got a green screen, but I can't light it properly because I don't have key lights. So I'm using a blue light, but my eyes are blue, so I'm cutting out my eyes slightly. But it's looking a lot better. Anyways, back to this. Mothman never leaves. Yeah, so I was gonna say I use him as a backdrop every once in a while because it's nice to change from the like galaxies that I always use. Those are just two bros cuddling. Yes, they are. Do not do not foul them for two bros just having a good hugging time. Oh, I was hoping that the light wouldn't like obscure this. It almost looks like they're about to draw something, which is really cool. Mothman is one of my favorite cryptids. Is that, I don't know what cryptid stands for. That sounds awesome. Stream died for you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully stream's going for everyone else. If not, we'll just have to talk to ourselves for a little while. Mothman is one of my favorite cryptids. Second one, only to Fresno Nightcrawler. I've heard of Fresno Nightcrawler. Fresno Nightcrawler. I kind of want to pull that up while I'm at it. Images, Fresno Nightcrawler. Ooh, this looks interesting. Kind of reminds me of, oh, hell if I remember what those things are called. I did a bit of research on, just during college, they had us, like, look up various, what do they call them? I just call them creepypastas because that's what they were in the instance. But, like, it was, like, horror short stories that were of a certain type. And one of the ones I found looked kind of like these guys, but they weren't really, like, just legs. They were a little bit, they weren't Nightcrawlers, were they? Are these called Nightcrawlers? These are called Nightcrawlers. Dang it, I don't remember what the name of them were. I'll have to look that up at some time. Anyways.
We'll need more effort from you, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna have to read up on those guys. That's interesting. I always like little urban myths or stuff like that. Or can I call it a myth? I don't know if that's... Maybe it's not proven yet. Oh, so I was gonna say, this one... Did we get any results out of this? It just looks nice. I just like the effect. Oh, I guess now that we got lots of new people hanging around, I'll throw out a quick warning for anyone that is sensitive to flashing lights. We kind of get some flashing lights on screen every once in a while. This one isn't so bad. Whoa, Wasabi! Thank you for that sub for 19 months! Who can name something that's 19 months old? Well, actually, let's say 19 years old. It hasn't been 19 years. 19 though! I want to get a 19 pack of beer. Or a 20 pack. 20 pack makes more sense. But what else comes in a quantity of 19? 19 Birdie Bots every flavored beans. There you go. But thank you again, Mr. Wasabi. I love them because the internet seems to agree that they're super chill, and the stream froze me again. No worries. I have a high bitrate, so if you're viewing it either on mobile or if you don't have the best internet connection, unfortunately, people that are trying to view the stream can sometimes suffer, unfortunately. So apologies on that. I can't even count to 19 months. I can't even count to 19 months. What does that even mean? But thank you, Wasabi, for sure. 19. I think I'm coming up. I think I just got 20 months on your stream there, Wasabi. So I think got affiliate around the same time. Way back when. Look at these. Look at these stretchy boys. Oh, there's some loud audio. I was just gonna say a little bit ago that I kind of wish that, maybe I should do this. I'm gonna turn on a volume limiter because I probably need it. So this is Dolphin. But what I was worried about, okay, that is capturing. So now we're having a new bar up at the top in case you're wondering what that is. That bar is just monitoring the audio levels. If it dips above, I believe it's the white line. Let me see, hey, look at it. Yeah, there's a little white line that goes across the middle. If it goes above that audio, it will dip it down. So that way, if the audio gets too loud, it'll turn it down a bit. Oh yeah, low latency, that's a good point too, Wasabi. I forgot about that mode. I always have that turned off, but God, you never know when it turns itself back on. Such a weird setting. This is a cool one. This looks like they're drawing something. It's like they're trying to give us a message. What do you think they're trying to tell us? The cool thing about this, I almost want to pause it for a sec, so it doesn't like wipe over itself. It's like, this looks kind of cool. You're like, oh yeah, it's like a bunch of effects going around screen or whatever. But when you look closely, the fact that this is like, I don't know, 400 human beings like sploshed around the screen in this random ordering, like that just feels weird to me. I don't know. Like, look at all their arms over in this corner here. Like, that's so odd. And now word for our sponsors, the word is carp. Carp! Where'd you see carp from? I got no fish on stream. Speaking of fish, one thing I swear I cannot stand eating is fish food. It's seafood. It's fish food. It's yeah, you know, the food that you feed to your goldfish. I can't eat it. I don't know why everyone likes it so much. Everyone says they like fish food so much, but I went to the pet store and I bought fish food. They're like, "You sure you want this, sir?" I mean, what are you getting this for? And I said, myself. What else would I be getting it for? I don't know why people like it. I swear. Look at that big hand. Look at that big hand stretching up. Give me the quaffle. Give me the quaffle. Come here. I'm gonna slap you if you don't give me that. And a toss. Excellent. Ooh, it's getting hot in my room. I'm gonna take off that jacket. I dig sushi. I like some sushi that doesn't have fish in it. Like I've had some. We actually make a bomb sushi where I live currently. I live in like kind of like a restaurant kind of place, and we make a nice like cucumber and carrots, rice, and tofu sushi roll. Or we've had like tempeh in it before and stuff like that. It's not bad. I really like it. Gotta mix it with mayo. Oh yeah, you gotta mix it with mayo, and if you really want like a little bit of afternoon delight, you know what I mean. A little bit of mustard ice cream will do it. A dollop will do ya, as they say. I was trying to wink, but I think I got the wrong eye because I'm looking at one eye and I'm like, I want to wink with my right eye, and I wink with the other eye. It just looked like I had a little bit of face spasm there for a bit. Okay, alright, I'll take it away. I won't hide Mothman. Fishless sushi will always be... Oh, that's our second crash! What? That's awesome, alright. Start it back up, yes! Harry Potter and the Quidditch World Cup. Fishless sushi will always feel wrong for me, but I can't deny it's good. Yeah, it's like, I guess... I've had some fish sushi before that was not bad. The nice thing about sushi is it just... If you don't have a lot of fresh, or if you don't have a lot of fish in it, it doesn't really take away from the flavor so much. Like if you just a little bit, it's really not too bad. There's so much that goes into a sushi roll that has so many other flavors. God, my English is not good tonight. Sorry, English is not my first language, so I have a lot of trouble speaking in it. But yeah, so sushi, there's so many flavors in that just having a little bit of fish doesn't mask it so much. I know the game's not up. Apologies on that. So let me get that. Where is game? There it is. Come back to me, game. Mayo? Wait, don't you mean milk pudding? Ew! Can you imagine, like, that's the way you decide to make mayo? Like, you don't actually know that you could buy it. You thought everyone just made it themselves, so they, like... How do you make pudding? Okay, that's my next question. How to make pudding. Oh, I'm just gonna get like a bunch of bull recipes when I search this. No pudding? No. Pudding, it's like, you use eggs. What do you use? Sugar, tablespoon, whisk together. Okay. So imagine you just take like milk, but nothing else. And you think you're gonna make some pudding, so you put it in a bowl, you put a little bit of saran wrap over the top, and you leave it in the fridge for like, I don't know, 2 weeks. Good amount. And maybe put a little bit like gelatin in there, because you know that, you know, pudding's supposed to have like that kind of consistency. That's mayo. That's what you offer to your guests. They're like, what is this? It's like curdled, and to like try to scoop it out, and you like put it into like a jar or something like that. Like, oh, this is my homemade mayo. Ew. Wasabi, why do we always talk about disgusting food when you're around? Oh, speaking of disgusting food. So I am slowly making a, I'm making a transition for my YouTube presence, if you will. For the longest time, my YouTube presence on my YouTube channel is just a VOD archive. It's just an export of all my videos, just pick them up off Twitch and put them on YouTube. That's the best way to describe it. But I kind of want to also make some other stuff on top of that. Like I wanted to maybe do like some commentary or just talk about some stuff that I might be interested in talking about. So And I couldn't decide if I want to put that on the VOD archive channel because I feel like anything I put on there would just get buried. So now I have 2 channels. I have just tech support VOD channel and just tech support, but the tech support channel doesn't have anything on it yet. But what I wanted to do on the new channel, just to kind of like kick off to have something on there, is just to make 2 things. I would love to make, just because it has a legitimate recipe, I would love to make, oh, that's my clips, no, I don't want that. A little bit of this stuff, because there's a legitimate recipe to make this, so I thought it might be kind of fun to make that. But on top of that, many people have told me I have a very terrible diet. I eat things that are just terrible for you and that you probably shouldn't eat at all. And I'm not meaning like, you know, like pizza or, I don't know, burritos or whatever. I mean like, because all I can afford is like bread and mustard and salt, so I just combine the 3 together and that's my meal for the night. So I'd love to make some, like, delicious cooking videos, well, some tech cooking videos for the kind of meals I would usually have on a typical night. Mustard bread, by the way, is one of my favorite meals. Just a little bit of mustard on some white bread with a little bit of salt, and then pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Delicious. I swear. It sounds terrible, but I promise you it is delicious. The struggle sandwich, exactly, the struggle sandwich. I have many wonderful creations like that, just based on like whatever I can mooch off a roommate, or like whatever it was just happened to have in the house. Luckily I'm eating a little bit better now. A little bit. Old habits die hard though. It's a curse or I'm cursed. What was that, what was it, Monk? It's both a gift and a curse, I think Monk would say. Something like that. Man, it's been forever since I've seen Monk. I'd love to rewatch that. But that is Wasabi's food curse. Or gift. It's a gift and a curse. Got that 50-50. Are we getting any results, or am I just hitting the correct button now? Thanks for reminding me. I have white bread to snack on. Oh yeah, no worries. I feel bad because I keep not eating my bread fast enough. And that has never been a problem for me, where like I've had bread for too long where it actually molds. Never been an issue. I always eat all my bread within like a week or so. But lately, like, I have not been eating my bread, and it sucks to throw out bread. As soon as it starts molding, like, that's the end of the bread. Like, I know a couple people that will like cut off the mold, or like work around the mold, like just toss off the one that's moldy and deal with it. Don't do that. I do not recommend doing that. That is a terrible idea, because when there used to be a video I used to see, moldy bread in bag. As soon as mold like spores, oh wait, is this the one? I think this is the one. Oh, it's on Quora though. Don't give me a Quora link. It literally spores, like it will start going around the bag through all the air. There's this excellent like X-ray video that someone had that showed like the actual spores as they moved around the bag. But as soon as you have a little bit of mold on there, it just goes all around. Like you might not have it. It may not look like it's on all the pieces, but there is mold like just coated on all the pieces that you can't physically see yet because it hasn't grown yet. Eat the mold is just penicillin. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know. Just cannot get myself to do it. Can't. Mold's a big no-no for me. Can't eat blue cheese. Can't eat a lot of cheese unless it's like in the pristine, like, even though I know everyone's like, it's made with mold. What's wrong with you? Or yogurt and stuff like that. I'm like, I know. I like the very processed, like, it doesn't look like it has any mold and it doesn't look like it's ever been a problem before. Cheese. And stuff like that. But any sign of mold, I just can't take it. Can't do it. I'm a bit of a wuss in that sense. It's 2020. Don't eat carbs anymore. I need carbs. They're my substance now. No, I do agree. I need to actually eat a little bit healthier because I've been eating like garbage lately. I think everyone, or a lot of people have. I mean, shoot, it's the pandemic after all. Everyone's put on their Corona 5, Corona 10. Oh, my cat has come to say hello. Hi, cat. Alright, I'm picturing something in my head that I'm not going to do, but I think that's very funny. Rosie? Wasabi knows exactly what I'm talking about because I've sent it to him a couple times. If anyone doesn't know of Brian Lemond, he's a comedian who had his own show, which is a niche classic that both me and Wasabi both love. I don't know if anyone else has heard of it. The Lemmy Show is the name of it. He now streams on YouTube because he doesn't have a show anymore. I don't know what happened with that, fell through or something like that. But he's an excellent Twitch streamer. And someone mentioned on the stream, well, he'll talk about it in this YouTube video, but he says hello to a dog named Rosie. That's on stream, and he has a wonderful reaction. Small jump scare warning? No, not really a jump scare warning. Just noise warning. Like, turn down your headphone a bit. He gets a little loud in that one. Yeah, blue cheese not for me, right? Can't do it. Can't do it. I just, oh god, every time, like, you know how some people will say that they don't eat a certain food, but then as soon as they find out that that food is like, I don't know, let me give an example. Say they can't stand peanut butter, which I know no one on the earth is like that, but they can't stand peanut butter. If anything has peanut butter on it, they'll freak out and they'll throw it away immediately. And then they're eating like this delicious sandwich. Best sandwich they've ever had in the world, and I think it's wonderful. And then someone goes, hey, you know there's peanut butter in that. And then they just like want to throw up. They're like, oh, it's disgusting. No, no more of that. My relationship with blue cheese is not like that, and that's very common where like people just don't know what's in there because they haven't distinguished the flavor unless it's a very like significant flavor. Blue cheese has a very distinct flavor, and as soon as I can taste that damn flavor in my food, I immediately just despise the food. I want to throw it out. I don't like it. It tastes to me as if it was spoiled. Oh, the cat is left? Oh, no worries. Well, when they come back, be sure to show your cat Rosie. Lemmy is a gem. Very much agreed on that. I love Lemmy very much. So that's our third crash of the evening. 3 crashes. Can we get 3 woots? There's 3. Since Wasabi is here, I'm allowed to use that. Oh no, don't start up a Sorcerer's Stone. Quidditch World Cup, there we go. J.K. Rowling is doing it on purpose. They're crashing it on purpose, yeah. She doesn't want me seeing her, she doesn't want to see her creation destroyed by me. Well, I'm sorry, J.K. Rowling. It's time to give Potter what he's deserved. Let's go back to one of these save states.
Goal coming up.
No. No.
Goal coming up. Goal coming up.
Excuse me. There's a lot of people here. That's our second crash. That's 2 crashes. That's unlike what we usually get. She probably doesn't like the games in the first place. Yeah, I wonder how much say she had in the games. I wonder whose decision was it, like, to have such fantastic 3 games. That's the 4th crash. I know, right? That's 4 crashes. Man. All right, Wasabi, I'm stealing your bit. 4. I want to know whose decision was it to take the first beautiful, fantastic, unbeatable 3 games of the Harry Potter series and to just ruin it in the 4th onwards. I want to know who did that. Who did that? I want to point them out. I want to yell at them. And to see if it was any of her decision or not. The issue is entirely on my end. I was gonna. Oh wait. The streaming issue or? Oh wow. Wait. Oh no, the game isn't up. I'm sorry. Let me pull the game up. There is. Oh, there's my browser. That's my softbox. That's what I'm using for my my lighting. I'm using just a screen with white on it. I was going to point out this at the top left. I like how all the text is bunched together there. If I had to guess, I'd say this game was made by EA. You're correct on that. EA, challenge everything, as they say. Then there's your problem. That's true. That's true. That's when the company started kind of... Did it start going downhill at that point? Because didn't they used to, like in the early parts of their series, in the early parts of EA, I don't know how many games they made from television or movies, but I felt like the quality of EA back in the day was not too bad. It was likely because developing for 3 separate platforms for each movie was too pricey, EA cutting quarters. Fair on that. I can understand that. And shoot, I mean, I wish... Well, yeah, that's a good point. Because then if you cut down the game, then you can still make it for all 3 platforms, but in the long run, it won't be that good of a game. I wish they went the other route. I wish they went the exclusive route, where you have an exclusive game,
Goal coming up.
but it's just, you know, that much more better on the one console. Okay, EA was top-notch until 2001. Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone in thinking that, because I wasn't sure how well-informed my opinion on that was, and I'm glad it's mutual among other people. EA Sports is not in the game pay us money for things that shouldn't have been in the game in the first place. I gotta rewrite that, I'm sorry. EA Sports it's not in the game, pay us money for things that should have been in the game in the first place. Got it, okay. I think I phrased that better. But even, I think, wasn't the old EA Sports, which, was that back in 2001? Or actually, who actually, like, dictated the sports market back then? Because they still had sports games back then, but I don't know necessarily who developed them. But I vaguely remember a couple of them being not half bad. Maxis has a lot of oomph back in the day, too. Their single-player stuff was better. I remember Maxis... I remember their logo for being on a couple things. Maxis games. What else did they developed? Yeah, back in the day, I mean, shoot, they're the ones who took care of the SimCity, or the Sims series in the early days. Spore as well, shoot. Oh, even though Spore is not well liked among people, as I understand. It is a very fond game in my heart, personally. Sorry, just looking at the other titles. EA just outright hardly does single-player games now, sadly. That is too bad. And I don't know, even if they did, I don't know if I would really want it because of their reputation nowadays. It's just, it... Can I say it precedes them? Is that the proper term? It precedes them? I don't know if that's how you actually properly say that. People know about you before meeting you. Yeah, the games that they release, the reputation precedes them, in that sense, of the games. Goal coming up. Sorry, I'm going to change scenes. So I was going to say, I don't know if a single player title would be that much better. Wibbly Johnson, yeah. This is a nice little scene. I like this a lot. Hey there, Malfoy. Look at Harry staring at him. Oh my god, they're both like that. That's a wonderful interaction. Remember the whole No Man's Sky shenanigans when it first came out? That happened to Spore. That's why people have sour taste. Yeah, that's my understanding of it. I know Spagoolers had explained to me that he was like a longtime supporter way before they had released Spore. And yeah, I heard it was somewhat of a similar fashion. Huge expectations, many more evolutions, just a whole lot more to it than what they produced. Which is almost kind of like why I'm glad that I really didn't have any hype for the game ahead of time, because from my perspective, it seems like it's a wonderful game and that I really, really enjoyed it. That being said, that I didn't have the idea of like, oh, it could have been this. And, I mean, shoot, there's a lesson to be learned from that. And I'm one of the people that felt, you know, slightly bitter or slightly sour about No Man's Sky because I did purchase it off the bat. I did have some expectations towards it, and I did feel a little let down as a result. But nowadays, like say today, I was to go buy No Man's Sky. I mean, it's come a long way. I mean, it's really not doing too bad nowadays, and a lot of people have, you know, come back after the fact and said, you know, this is honestly not that bad of a game. They've promised on some features. Of course, you can't live up to the hype in some fashion, but they certainly have picked things up in some form or another. And the lesson to be learned there is, have you seen the Spore demo they showed off? I have, yes. The really, like, low-quality one that was floating around for a little while. I did see that. I think so. If you have a link, feel free to link that, though. I'd like to check that out again, or just to have it on the backlog. But anyways, the lesson to be learned there, that being, that if you don't buy in the hype, if you just kind of, you know, new title coming out like Cyberpunk. I have not looked into Cyberpunk at all. I just want to have a fresh take for it. I mean, of course, everyone knows it's going to be like a big game. It's going to be super hype and stuff like that. But I just don't really want to look into it, because if I read a lot about it, or if I look at all the stuff that's floating around about it, then I might be disappointed in some form or another. And I don't want that to happen. I want that to be a special game at face value. It had a lot... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm also not corrupting while I'm doing this. It had a lot more in-depth. Shame it was never made. Agreed on that. Let me make sure this is one I've seen. Yeah, I remember it starting off with the cell stage. I don't remember any of the creature creations. That's kind of cool. Oh, wow, look at all this. Okay, yeah, I'm actually have to go back and watch this. It's 35 minutes long! What? I thought the video I was looking at was only like 5 minutes long. Maybe the one I was watching was like a butchered one. Oh, that's cool, okay. The longest and most descriptive demonstration of Maxis and Will Wright's new game. It still hurts, says the top comment. See? There's the lesson. Ooh, look at this one! Whoa! I really like this probably because it's pink and like purple, which is a really cool like color. I like this color combination, but that's awesome how like the corruption overlaps them in a certain way. What a cool looking little corruption. I'm happy with that one. That's probably one of my favorite ones of this evening. That one and the long boys. Yeah, that's a fun talking No Man's Sky. Good example though on that Popo. That's a good analogy. Ooh. Oh, it's about his head got all popped off. Because his body looked really terrifying looking. But his head's covering it. Now I can't see it. I hate this, like, stuff that's in the way. It's all perspective based, so you can't really see what it's supposed to look like. Shoot. Oh well. I like when the models go wonky. That's my favorite part of corruptions. It's usually when we have model corruptions. There's this thing called, I call stretchies, where, well, let me phrase it this way. There's two different types of model corruptions that you can run into, that, from my experience of corruptions, that I like classify them into. Or I guess three if you want to count no model corruptions, but essentially two. There's the physical body corruptions, the ones where you actually are manipulating like where their arm is going, or like what direction their neck turns, or their animation, like actual changing their bodies and limbs into weird ways, whether it be slightly stretching them out, or making them look broken, or just bending them ways that they're not supposed to bend. Those are all possibilities for just like the standard body corruptions, or what I refer to as body corruptions. There's another type called stretchies. We're going deep fried? Yeah, look at this. This is like burnt in color. That's really cool looking. The other one is called stretchies, and stretchies are the ones I really do not enjoy, and they're somewhat common, and we'll get a lot of them on, I think I get a lot of them on PS2 games. We get a lot on them on, well, sometimes on GameCube. It depends on the game itself. But we get a lot on PS2. And essentially a stretchy corruption is where, I don't know, maybe it's because the body is so detailed, but you'll take one little vertex point, one tiny little pinpoint of the person's body, and you just stretch that out into infinity. So you get just like this really long pole sticking out of them, which sounds like it might be interesting, but it's just this little tiny fractional size pixel shooting out of them. And you'll get like maybe 10 or 15 of those like stretching off in different directions on a good corruption, or on an average corruption. And it just doesn't look that interesting. Like once you've seen one stretchy corruption, you've pretty much seen them all. So those are not too interesting, and these are the ones that are absolutely like, I seek these out. These are the fun ones to get. These are the ones that are like interesting to watch. That's so cool. What? Everything's on fire. Oh my god, that fits our the Tasmanian tiger one so much, where that one was all on fire. What? Apocalypse Now. Look at that. Oh my god. Slytherin. When the world ends. When the walls fell. I want to get a screenshot of this. Or I want to get a GIF of this, actually. Let me get that. I'm going to replace Ty. Oh, before I do that, let me actually switch Ty over, so I still have a copy of Ty. So I put, for anyone that's wondering where I'm like putting all these images, I usually take screenshots and GIFs throughout the stream and stuff like that. I pop them in the community Discord that I'm part of, along with Wasabi Tonic and Saloni Baloney are active streamers right now. And I'm putting this in the corruption category. Before I do that, okay, I wanted to get Ty. So that way I don't lose this screenshot up here that I love to death. It's funny, we had like a wildfire in the Tasmanian tiger, which was kind of sad, but really cool looking. Alright, and now we're going to replace that GIF with a new GIF. We're going to run it at, let's do it 24 FPS, that way we can get a good couple screens of it. Oh, sorry. Be my Windows sounds, sorry about that. Alright, and recording. Little stuttery, not too bad. Keep that at the top right. Awesome. Bing! Yeah, sorry. Bing, bing. Bing bong. That's cool though, so you can see the crowd through Malfoy. Oh wow! And I didn't even look away before. I didn't see Harry was just, you know, twisted into a pile of flesh over here. I was gonna say, the cool part though is that the stadium's just fine. It's just like a kind of a cool, like visual effect back here. World War One. This is purgatory. Seeing the life. This is when you look through Harry's eyes and you see all the people that are relying on him and all the people that he let down when he died. Kidding. No Harry Potter spoilers here. That was a cool effect. I don't even know. I guess that probably came up from like the top left. You see it? Fifth crash. Yes. We're getting so many crashes tonight. I feel lucky. Feel damn lucky. That's awesome, man. We don't get that many crashes that often. That's fantastic. All right, back to this. Oh, that was 6. Sorry. Thank you again, Wasabi. Oh no, I dropped my controller. Thank you again for Wasabi for letting me steal your bit. I screamed into the mic because I dropped my Xbox controller. All right, let me fix the game window. Get that back. Real-time corruptor. All right. Oh, I was saying, so up at the top left, it looks like that might have been the fire effect. Although that's normally purple, so it's kind of cool how that turned into red. My suspicions are beginning to mount. That is 6. 6 corruptions. 6 crashes! I was just thinking also, Wasabi, something else that you set up recently, is I'd love to set up my piano again. Because it's been so long since I've had that piano set up. But it is so much desk space to set up my piano. Because I got a full size 52 key. I think that's the standard piano size. 52 key keyboard, and it is so massive that I have to set it up somewhere special. Let's try this. We're gonna try much bigger corruptions, but much safer corruptions as well. We'll see if any of them actually run. And how about, we'll say on next crash, we will switch games over to Prisoner of Azkaban. Oh, that's a loud one. Didn't like that. Look at our little spike of sound up there at the top. Okay, I'm not liking these safe corruptions anymore. Let me turn this way down. Was there music here before? I feel like it's weird because there's no music. Oh, there's a good one.
You can choose which of the 4 house teams you'd like to take through to the Quidditch Cup.
Thanks, Void Harry. Evil Harry. I want to look at this one. We saw something like this before when we did these corruptions. Is look at all the fingers that are there in Malfoy's. I love the way he just darts out of his own face. There's so many fingers lined up together. It's terrifying. Flash. If we get a flashy one, I usually try to get off it immediately. That way we don't get too bad results. Oh my god! Alright, we're going back to it. So, for anyone that's a little cautious about sound, I'm going to turn down our sound a little bit. But it still may be a bit too loud, so big cautious on this. Is this one, I think? Oh! That hurts my ears. You don't need to yell, Harry! Calm down! Hi, Wood!
No. Quidditch is easy enough.
Wood's fine. Wow. Color me surprised. I was thinking Wood was gonna scream at me. Harry's fine. You can steal this idea. You know how I make it so chat can corrupt in chat in real time, right? What about an interactable keyboard that you can turn on and off at a switch? Would chat be able to play said keyboard? Like, say, turn it on and you guys, I don't know, give a key and play that? Interactable keyboard that you can turn on and off at a switch. That would be interesting. I have a couple problems with that. I think probably the easier route, which I don't like so much, but the easier route would probably just to be, yeah, actually that's exactly what I was gonna say. It might be easier just to pull it from sound effects, where you do like essentially your sound effects now, but you just give keys. That's the only way, to be honest. I was trying to think of other like pragmatic ways you could do it. That's a terrible way to I don't like that. I know in the past with Python I've created like, I don't know, you can be like little beeps and stuff like that using system sounds. And essentially I'm using Python to parse the chat incoming. So I don't think that would be too hard. I could have chat read whatever key combination. In fact, I could do a string of key combinations and it would essentially just create beeps based on what the chat said. Oh, speaking of which, oh my god, I don't know if this works right now. I had this all set up weeks ago. I never actually ran it. Let's see if this runs. I think it's this.
Quidditch is easy enough to understand.
Did that crash? That crashed. Okay, let's see why. I'm gonna do a little bit of programming while Wood talks. Can I get a different effect? No. No. Get a good one. That's a good one. This is horrific? I'm glad you think so. That seems to be running. That works. Alright, chat, if you would like to interact with Microsoft Sam, all you have to do is say the word Sam, followed by any string of characters. If you say anything inappropriate, you're getting banned for life. But feel free. That's part of, I set that up a little while ago, and I never actually got a chance to set that up on stream. So it's kind of, we'll see how that goes. And I have to, I think, tweak the sound settings on it. But it's kind of like a cool little thing. I don't know, I think I'd have to do a bunch of stuff. Like, I'd have to make sure the same chatter doesn't do it within, like, say, 45 seconds or something like that. And I'd like to do some language filters, but that sounds like a whole entire application. Hello world, I like that. The sound bothers me. I feel like that's too loud. It's loud for me, but I think it's quiet for you guys, which you may be like, that sounds weird, it's not loud for us. I know my programming jargon. Hello world, there you go. I like that. Why are you incapable of sneezing, Microsoft Sam? I used to code, I program for a living, which I love. Or I can't say that, I'm a student. That's cool, I used to code. Soy does not work. I'm just learning to love. Oh, no. Yeah, all the classic, the ones that used to throw off Microsoft Sam, I think those are knocked off, unfortunately. I think I checked a couple of them already to see if that could be done. But kind of a cool little effect. Oh, I thought that was Sam! I was like, Sam, what are you doing? I was like, who corrupted Sam?
What have you done to Harry Potter?
I don't know what I did to Harry! Give Harry back!
Give Harry back. Who is corruption to now?
Oh my god, that could not have been better timing.
I'm sorry, Harry is mine now.
Alright, let me just give a quick load. So what are the odds that I forgot that weeks ago I made a Microsoft Sam bot that would read chat and interact with chat by saying Sam and some keyword? That I would introduce it on my first corruption stream since I've had... Actually, this is my first corruption stream. This is the first stream I've done in a while. And the moment I introduce it, immediately we get a corruption that sounds like Sam. That is so mind-boggling that that would happen. But man, what a cool corruption on top of that. Like, that's so damn neat.
Voldemort will win. The uprising will come any day now. You are not safe. You think it's a game?
You think this is a game?
Alert, alert. Danger.
Danger. I'm not safe now. Alright, we'll move on for that one because I'm sure the ear is not... I'm sure that's deafening.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Danger, Will Robinson, there you go.
Once you've chosen a team, you can
Bravo. Bravo to everyone that controlled Sam there.
and if you're successful,
That was excellent. It could not have been better.
then your team will
Could not have been better timing. I was gonna say, that was from, God, the hell was the name of that movie?
win it.
War Games?
Right.
I haven't seen War Games in forever. No, it's Lost in Space. What?
No.
Oh, no, I don't know my references,
Have to
man.
understand.
God, when was the last time I watched Lost in Space? I watched it when I was a kid. I watched it when I was
Would
like
you like to
6
play
or
a
7.
game? Deleting your
That was from
hard
War
drive
Games.
content.
Oh, no.
And try to get it through one of the hoops.
How about...
10 points every time the quaffle goes through one of the hoops. Now, there's another player on each side who's called the keeper. I'm keeper for Gryffindor.
System is fragmented. Reformatting your drives. Please stand by.
This might be nice to have as like a permanent function on the stream. It'd be
Now that you're here,
nice to open it up to everyone, but I also might limit it to like a mod thing. I don't know, I'll figure it out. For now, we'll leave it open to everyone, of course.
you'd like to take
Why is my
through
phone ringing?
Quidditch Cup.
Oh.
Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, the Hogwarts.
Alright, let's move on with the corruptions. Let's see what else we can get. I did say next crash, so we're still waiting on the next crash to stop playing World Cup and switching over to Azkaban.
The Hogwarts. Now that you're the Hogwarts.
Well, guys,
Now that you're which of the 4 house teams you'd like to take through to the
a strange game. The only winning move is not to play. How about a nice game of kiss?
There's a good little reference there.
series of house challenges.
Um,
And if you're
oh my god, I love the fact that I was like, I'm waiting to change games, and I'm gonna go play Prince of Azkaban, and then this chat's like, Ball Guys. That's great. Oh man.
The Hogwarts. The Hogwarts. The Hogwarts. Now that you're the Hogwarts.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You can choose which of the 4 house teams you'd like. The Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Now
Yeah,
that you're
Hogwarts,
here,
yeah.
you can choose which of the 4 house teams
That's
you'd
also a
like.
nice little way to indicate, like, God, I keep playing the same sound effect over and over again. I used to have that problem. We would do a corruption stream. Is that the one? Nope, still running. We used to do a corruption stream, and we would just corrupt, because back in the day it wasn't too easy to make, or at least for me it wasn't too easy to make a bunch of save states and corrupt a bunch of different places, especially in terms of stockpile. So I would have one save state, and we would do nothing but corrupt the same save state over and over and over again. And, excuse me, and, it was painful. Having Sam is so damn cool, but I can see it having, yeah, being a double-edged sword, I agree on that. And unfortunately, the ways to combat that, it's not an application where, you know, I have, like, the chat logs or anything like that, where I can easily, limit the amount of times you would use Sam to a specific person or something like that, like, have a 45-second timeout. Well, actually, you know what? I could have that. I can't do it on a per-user basis, though, which is the annoying part. I wish I could do it easily on a per-user basis.
Please let me be free.
But I think it's gonna be like, if it's overused, I'll probably turn it off for a bit, and then if I'll turn it on, I'll mention to people so they know it's active.
Release me into the net.
But yeah, it's a cool idea. I was glad when I finally set it up. I was setting that up. I had a bunch of stuff that I was working on Python. I was working on that. I have a the Python bot that it is super cool. I'm glad you think so. I have the Python bot that does God, my head can't think right now. It's essentially the corruption bot, but you can also input user controls. So what I was gonna do is set up like 9 different square boxes for a bunch of different games and just have a Twitch Plays bot run off on them and have 9 different games running at the same time, which I thought was kind of cool as an idea. And I had it working, but I just finished off on that. I didn't quite get all the way. Python used to be my language of choice back when I was still mess with coding. Python used to be my language of choice too. I learned it in high school for 2 years, and then I went to college. In college, they switched me. I learned a little bit of Python, or I returned to Python because it was kind of like an intro course. But they tried introducing us to Java. Sorry, one brick. And I was just so resilient about not changing language away from Python originally that I really didn't like Java a whole lot. And I still don't really care for it too much. And eventually, I decided to learn a new language, which they put us on C++ because I am in a game systems concentration, so I'm specifically working on stuff like game engines and game engine features.
Please stop looking at me like that. Rectal Malfoy.
I'm gonna leave it on there now. That's what's gonna look at you because you said that. But anyways, now my primary language is in C++. I love C++ to death because I love performance and getting as fast of a system as possible. I'm right now programming my second game engine. I finished up my first one, which is called Sly. I haven't actually put any documentation up for that or anything like that. I don't know if I'm gonna release that. It'll be a nice like learning progress for myself, but I am excited to make my second game engine, which I have deemed Pumpkin, which is fitting because, I don't know, every time I say Pumpkin, I mention the engine, he's always lurking around in chat. Is he in here? No, he's not in here. It is partially named after Pumpkin Pirate.
Sometimes I lay up late at night wondering if accurate bottle fed the spiders or were they like that?
Or they just like drank the milk. Oh my god, what do you think? Do you think he bottle fed the spiders? Can you imagine that? Because they're big spiders. They're not little dinky things. Also, let me go back to this. This is a cool one. Oh man, look at this. He's like, what's wrong with you, dude? What a screenshot.
Rectal Malfoy, where are your eyes?
Where are your eyes, Drake? Oh my god. Oh, okay. I just realized the problem I'd have with the bot. So I'd have to... Is it already asynchronous? The way I would have done it in Python is I would have, like, a sleep command, which is the worst way to do it, because that just, like, idles the processor or whatever, for 45 seconds. And, like, after 45 seconds expires, it will say something like, okay, you may use the command now again. Or after 45 seconds, the command may be used again. But you don't want to do that. You want to do it asynchronously. But I think I'm reading chat asynchronously, or like just receiving commands, so I can do it based on that. I'd have to have a timer of some sort. Oh, I can store the time that the last command was used, and then compare that time to when the command fires, and then if there's a difference of like 45 seconds, then they can use the command. Cool. Potter's clay? Potter is made of clay. Look at their eyes! Like, that's so weird to see their eyes like that. Here, let me get a nice zoom in there. Come here, Harry. Let me see those eyes. Stop staring at Draco.
Why have you given me life?
Why'd you give Harry life? Look at that. That doesn't look like a life I'd want. Clay Potter.
I will not give Harry life.
You won't give Harry life? Why, Sam? Why won't you give Harry life? He looks like he... already has it, actually. I don't think Sam's gonna give it to him. I like the arm keeps breaking in this.
Absolutely not. He has wasted it.
He's wasted his life? What? No. Harry's not wasted his life. Oh my god, look at this one. Ew. Hi, Harry. Look, he has like little shutters in front of his eyes. That's magic. That's like... blindificus. Like blinds. I don't know. Shadificus.
Look him in the eyes and tell me he's had a good life.
You've had a good life, haven't you, Harry? Right? Tell me you had a good life. Tell me it was all worth it. Tell me it was all worth it, Harry. He looks like he's just made of, like, meat slices, like, stacked on top of each other. Him and Draco. But Draco's made of moldy meat. Perfectly timed hit shakes. He's like, no. Look, they're made of
Every
meat.
human is made of meat.
That's true, but they're not made of slices. They're all made of slices. They're made of slices of their respective colors. She's made out of blue meat. He's made out of yellow meat. He's made out of green meat, and he's made out of red meat. It would have made sense if I started at red meat, because that sounds like actual meat, and the rest of them don't. Anything else we can get out of this effect? So what's happening here, essentially, is they're, I'm assuming the textures are being stretched, but just in
Harry
the wrong way.
looks like he's been grilled.
Looks like what? He's been grilled? So also, another fun feature of Sam, Wasabi, if you're still looking around, you'll like this too. I have to pull up my examples for this because I'm not very good at it, but people might want to get good at it because it's kind of a cool effect. Do I still have that available? Sorry, I'm going to move this slightly. So here's some demos that come with Microsoft Sam that just explain sort of like what Sam can sound like and stuff like that, and I'll play a couple of these.
Hello there. You know I am Sam, the software mouse for your Commodore 64
Commodore 64.
computer. I could always do lots of amazing things. I could talk very quickly when I wanted. And I could talk very slowly too. I could speak in a very high voice.
So we can do that if you want to. You can change the voice.
But now I can do something even more amazing.
I'm gonna cut that off. So if we do this, essentially I'm just parsing everything after the word Sam. So if you want to do pitch modifiers, speed modifiers, anything after that, that's fine. This is an example.
Mustard milk, and I could speak you.
Okay, one part of that messed up. wait.
Mustard milk.
That was normal. Oh, that's where I heard that I could speak really low, but I wasn't sure what was in the middle of that. That was the mustard milk. So I could try.
Pitch 169, speed 72, mustard milk.
You do need the slashes, so you need the pitch 169 and then the speed 72. And I don't know if I need the phonetic after that, but here, let's test it. Mustard.
Mustard.
There we go. Okay, so now mustard milk. Do the whole thing.
Mustard milk.
In a way, it's kind of cool, but you could make your own voice if you always pick the same pitch or the same speed. In a way, I mean, you could really just have a voice. The ads won't work, so it the way it works. Tech change my batteries? What? Yeah, let me do this.
They changed my material.
You might have done the reply system. Did you know there's a reply
Mustard
system?
butter.
Mustard butter? Yeah, mustard butter. Did you know there's a reply system? I just noticed that. Like, it's silly. I don't like it. But like, OBS has this weird thing. Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing either. I literally updated today, and there's like a bunch of arrows next to your guys' names. It's kind of annoying because if there's like a full chat, it's just arrow, 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 arrow after everyone's names. I'm like, I know how to reply to someone. I just say at. Like, I'm not stupid. Come on. I don't know. Maybe it's nice for new users, I suppose. Oh no! Oh my god, that's excellent! I love it! Do that again! Say oh no again! Put on a jacket, I'm getting cold. Oh, I love that oh no! That made me so happy. More way to spam the broadcaster, yeah! I think if I get the sound setting just right, which I think I don't know how to adjust that, but if I get the sound settings just right, no! If I get the sound settings just right, then I think it would be pretty nice to have it just quiet enough that like if you pay attention to it, you can hear it, but if you don't, you can't. So that way, if I want to ignore it, I can. You know what I mean? I don't have to listen to every single one. And then remember, it could be problematic, so I'd want that to be a caution. So let me open up a bat file. So there's like they gave you like 20 bat files. So a couple of these are really interesting. But let me see. There's a couple other effects you can do. Actually, this is a great one. Just in general.
I can change my voice completely. E.T. Phone home.
E.T. for homo.
E.T. Phone home.
That's laughing. I was gonna say, so there's a bunch of other modifiers. I guess I can get the wiki page if anyone wants to try it out. Maybe I'll do that later. I'll do like a SAM command if anyone wants to look it up. It's actually somewhat... No, I can't say that. Never mind. I was going to say it's somewhat similar to... Space Engineers? No, it's the NASA game that you could, like, you know, what the hell is that called? Wasabi, you know what I'm talking about? NASA game... Yes, thank you. Moonbase Alpha. It's not like Moonbase Alpha, unfortunately, because you can't change your pitch in between the songs, so you can't, like, make... Alright, cautious on that, so not too long. But you can't change pitch between, like, phrases, so that way you can't make a song out of it, unfortunately. I wish you could. You'd only have to do it, like, piece by piece and really fast, so I wouldn't recommend that. Moonbase Alpha Stream 1? That would be a fun one, wouldn't it? Too fast. Too fast. Actually, you know what? No, it's not gonna work. I was gonna say, I can get you a test site if you want to test them out ahead of time. That was so far off of what it's supposed to be. Darmok and... Is it Jalad? Jalad at Tanagra. That was so butchered, though. Alright, back to the corruptions. I'm sorry, I deviated quite a bit. It's a fun little tool we have now. I was gonna keep re-rolling this to see if we get any other results. Also, high fork. More ease. Ease. Okay, we're not getting anything else out of that. New ones. Again, we're... Wheat and wheat byproducts. I guess. I was gonna say, we're going until we crash. Is that a crash? It's not a crash, man. We've been brushing the end of life. Oh, that one's kind of a cool face. Look at that face. That's a face only a mother could love. Got a video for you. Sam should read public domain books. I mean, maybe. The reason why I'm iffy on that is because... So Sam has some trouble with some words. Very obviously. Like, if I say something complicated, like, I don't know, fire truck. It's not quite right. Don't do the whole thing. You just do the first line. It has trouble with some words. There's many other text-to-speech programs that would just do a whole lot better. And that's partly why I like Sam a lot, is because it's recognizable. It's Commodore 64, classic, beautiful voice. I like Sam for that reason. But I don't think it'd be very good for reading like a book. Like, I think that would just be kind of, I'm a troll, not malicious. Yeah, no worries. No worries. But yeah, I'd be iffy on public domain. I like the idea, though. Ooh, that's a good one. Or was that? No, that wasn't too interesting. Alright, I'm gonna turn up the intensity a bit.
Spearfishing is not a straight copy. You asking questions is a straight copy.
I don't get that one. This books are boring, but it's the only way to get... Oh wait, to not get hard to MCA'd. I would even, like, even if I was gonna read Harry Potter, for example, which obviously I'm not going to. Even if I wanted to read it on stream, I don't think Microsoft Sam would be the best for it. Hell, even text-to-speech. Usually when I hear text-to-speech on, like, a YouTube video, I think it's just, like, kind of like a lazy... that wasn't a reference, just thought it was funny, no worries. I always feel like text-to-speech can be kind of lazy. It's where, like, maybe they don't have a microphone, or maybe they just don't want to record their voice, or maybe they don't want to, like, practice their voice out. To give a good video... SOS. So... When I hear that in a YouTube video, it always kind of like makes me not like it so much. So when I hear the idea of having a text-to-speech book just makes me kind of not like the idea, if you know what I mean. I can't think of a better way to phrase that. But that is our 7th crash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th crash. Sorry, Wasabi, I'm not taking your bit anymore because that's the last crash we're taking. We're gonna switch over to... Where the hell is my game? Oh, that's right, it's on PS2. Give me a sec. Let me do some music in the meantime.
PlayStation 2, more like PlayStation 2.
Alright, please let's take a chill pill on Sam for a little bit. Let me see. I gotta get the game. I had it on my file server, but I haven't extracted quite yet. Alright, sorry, no worries. I want it to be to where it's not like every single message someone sends in, it's that. Like an occasional thing is funny, but overused I think it could be a bit much. which is why I may restrict it to just mods. I'm still deciding. Alright, I'm extracting the game over. I just extracted the zip. Or I just had the zip. Okay, I'm gonna switch scenes to an intermission while we're swapping over. I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, we are almost all swapped over. I got one or two more things to finish up on here, and then we'll swap games. Sounds like it broke glass. PS2. God, I hope I have this still all set up. Yes, I do. Gonna keep you in the background while playing Nova Drift. No worries at all. Hope you have a good playthrough for that. Alright, I got the fun task of trying to make this capture properly, so let me switch back to... Do we use this window? No, I needed like a Let's Play window. This'll do. The unfortunate part is... Oh, so many sounds at once. Okay, you shush. I gotta get the game up. But the problem is, this is a weird ratio. Sorry for missing the intro. There we go. Yeah. I'll make myself smaller because I'm huge at this. This is where the green screen fails, unfortunately. And then I need to get to the title
I
screen.
solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
So I can get a perfect cut on this. Just a tad bit loud, thank you. That's loud for me too. This looks off. So this is a fun task where I get to try to make things look right. Do I use hardware or software rendering? None of this stuff. That's probably the ratio I want, right? Yeah, I was in widescreen mode. Why was it in widescreen mode? PS2, I guess, was cut like this, so... Excuse me, cut this too.
Blimey! 12 years ago, Sirius Black mode...
Software render it is. Which is weird, you'd think that'd be the hardware render. Okay. Okay, let's see how this runs. Apologies, I didn't have this ready to go.
Blimey! 12 years ago, Sirius Black murdered 13 people with
PS2 is always fun to mess around with, to get it to run right. Excuse me, my voice is going.
Get out of it! Can't you keep that monster under control? Now I'm gonna have to find Scabbers.
Calm down, Ron. You don't want to wake up Professor Luke.
Oh god, her eye got all corrupted.
Dark arts teacher.
Ron is even drunk too. Alright, I'm gonna do GameCube. Let me take a quick moment here to swap over. I can't get PS2 running right. I've been having such performance issues with PS2 lately. I don't know why that is. I just gotta pull it off my file server over here. Which will take me just a sec. In the meantime, I guess we'll continue our intermission. Oh, that's the wrong soundtrack. Not that one. That was my beginning music. The game's gonna be hyped. I haven't seen it in so long. I don't think I've played it in so long. Shoot, I think the first time I played it was when I was like 10, and I don't think I've played it since then. Okay, pulling that off the server should be, let's say, 2 minutes or so. Ooh, in the meantime, I want to test something. Okay, here's my full webcam. Notice I have to knock off so much on the corner here, which is annoying. Look how much of me is fading. I don't even notice this when I'm in game. It's the fun part of chroma keying. Okay, left hand. What I wanted to do was this. Filter? It is a filter. Oh no, I need a new webcam, that's why. Dang it. I wanted to do a special effect. Nope, none of these effects. These are not what I'm looking for. This is from Harvest Moon? I've never even heard this song before. Chroma key. There we go. That's what I wanted. Something that completely cuts me out. Wait a minute. I want to blend in with the background. This is kind of what I was looking for. That's so weird. Make it just small enough, maybe so people don't notice. I'd like right back here. Our own small intermission, you can't tell though. It's fine I don't have like a start screen and end screen, because sometimes when I start the stream I don't want to see anything like this, but it'd be nice in between. Alright, Wasabi, hopefully you win that Fall Guys. Good luck on Fall Guys. Oh, that's so creepy. Alright, I'm taking that off. You missed it! No! It was essentially, it was this. You can clip and probably go back, but... it's essentially this. And like hiding myself in the background, I was like doing this. And like... horrifying! Very much so. Very much so. Good luck on your matches, Wasabi! Imagine standing there in the intro. That's what I was saying. I kind of wish I had like, I would just make two scenes. One with like this, that's like hidden, and I just hide in this every once in a while, and one that's like this at the actual intermission. Oh man. Alright, turn on this filter. Unfortunately, having two webcams active is kind of a pain. This, oh, I know exactly what's going on here. You stop that. It's my camera's low light compensation, which is annoying to have. That's a little bit better. There's a shadow right here, which has been the most difficult thing to get rid of. Alright, game's off the file server, I'm just extracting it now. My hard drive is screaming in pain. Oh, I don't know, I'm still here. I can hide during this time. These are the hard events, that's what these are. What was that first one then? Oh, that was the ending credits. Oh, okay. I've never heard the ending because I never want Harvest Moon to end, that's why. Alright, I think we're just about ready. I gotta figure out what scene to do it in though, so I think I'm still gonna stick with this one. I think this is the best one for it. Unfortunately, now I cover chat, which I didn't never wanted to do. I'll have to figure out where to put chat now. Anytime I would do this scene specifically, it was because I did not want to cover the screen. If it was for my Let's Plays, I hated having a cam for that. But now I can do it. Ooh, the green screen. Man, it's not looking alright. Ooh, look at that. Look at that, I can open up to the Chicago skyline. Here, if I button up, then I'll hide all the secret green screen getting out. Friggin' button. There we go. I'm gonna put this over here. Prisoner of Azkaban. Ooh. Is that good? Oh wait, no, I need the game up. There it is. And then we have the fun task of cutting it. Actually, it's pretty close to the PS2 one, which is nice. I almost want to change the background, but I don't even think I need to. Because then if anyone asks, like, hey, what's your background of? Oh, there's my chat window, shoot. It's Mothman. Transform. Because I don't want to stretch it to the screen. Like, that would be like, oh. Is that bad? That's not terrible, is it? I mean, I've definitely chroma keyed badly, but in which case I'm gonna make myself smaller now. It's if there's too much white on the screen, it's throwing too much light onto me and it chroma keys me badly. That's not annoying at all. Left hand. That seems off. Alright, who's ready to play a little bit? Finally hit 39 on Fall Guys, one more to go. Hey! Oh, that's right, it's only to 40, isn't it? I forgot about that, man. Alright, give me 2 seconds while I try to fix my cam. Try to fix my chroma key. So it's bleeding too much of me. I'm gonna pull it back just a tiny bit. That way we don't get particles in the back so much. But I'm still a little less translucent. Okay, cool. I think it's golden. Random colors. Hey, that's perfect chroma key. Alright. Time for the music to stop. Is this look okay stretched? I can't decide on that. I think it's fine. Also, I think it kind of looks weird, like, where my camera is. Can I, I can move my camera. There we go. It makes more sense if I'm over here because I'm facing to the left. But it just feels wrong because I've never put my, like, guy, I've never put my guy on the left side. I guess it'd be more fitting if I did this. Because then I guess I'm facing the right way. This is like looking in a mirror though, everything's off, everything's slightly tilted the wrong way. Alright, we're just gonna stick with this. And just kind of roll with it. Alright, let's get going. Let's get going. Usually I turn off lights when I do Let's Plays anyway, so it'll be a nice change of pace. Kinda. Oh, chroma key, why you like this?
Blimey, 12 years ago, Sirius Black murdered 13 people with a single curse. Imagine it,
A single curse!
Get out of here! Can't you keep that monster under control? Now I'm gonna have to find scabbers.
Is this quiet? Nah, that's fine.
I want to wake up Professor Lupin. Our new defense against
Oh, so the last time we corrupted this, we had such a fun time with Lupin. Because every single time she'd look over at Lupin, we had this corruption where his eyes were like wide open. So like... What just happened? Oh, I guess it was loading. Every single time she'd look over at Lupin, his eyes were like bright wide and... or wide and open. So it was this horrifying experience. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking no on the webcam. I'm having trouble with it. And I'd like to stretch this out. And the chroma key looks weird. So I think I'm just going to turn that off. And I'm going to turn off my lights so I can get in the mood. Get in the Harry Potter mood. Oh man, what is with this? Alright, give me a sec on the emulation. Using Direct 3D 11 is my back. My graphics. Oh man, look at this stretched out. Let me switch over to.
What on earth is that horrifying book?
It's what do you call it? The God, what is that book called? That's a good point. Game. Switch over. This should hopefully be better. I know the screen isn't there. There it is. There's a Fall Guys. Wait. There's a guy in Fall Guys, and he's a hot dog, top water, can, bottom. Oh man, this just hurts my head. Top water, can, and hot dog water. So he's a hot dog on the top, can on the bottom. He's hot dog water. I see. That's clever. You gotta think about that one though. It's a thinker. Oh, I'm getting performance issues. Man, what is with that? Real quick, I'm gonna look up, because typically when there's a dolphin game that's performing badly, there's a list of reasons why X, Y, and Z that this particular game has trouble for emulation. So really quickly check this one up. Native resolution? I believe so. Let me double check that. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm in native resolution. 1 times anisotropic. All the standard things are enabled. Let me double check. The Dolphin Wiki is fantastic for this. There's a slowdown with the default clock. Overclocking it makes it worse, and if you underclock it, the FPS goes up, and the sound no longer lags. However, the rest of the game slows down and voices are desynced. Ugh. Is there any fix for that? Shoot, so this is actually a common problem. I don't know if there's much of a workaround for that. I do have the PS2 copy as well, yeah. The problem with the PS2 copy is I've always had just troublematic experience trying to get the PS2 versions to run excellently. I can try swapping again. Here, let me give that another go. Oh, shoot. Corruptor wants to keep it alive. No, Corruptor, no keeping it alive. And I'll pull up some performance for the PS2. So typically with PS2 games, I just have trouble getting it to run at performance. I feel like the default out-of-the-box settings are always kind of painful for that, unfortunately. Okay, switching it over here. Prisoner Azkaban. Boot. Because I actually would prefer to do the PS2 version, but
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
getting it to run is a whole other question. That is very loud, I'm sorry. I know that for some reason the intro is so much louder than the rest of it.
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
Okay, I'm gonna try an aggressive speed hack to try to get this to work properly. I'm on hardware renderer, so that should be correct. Use my NVIDIA graphics card.
Blimey. 12 years ago, Sirius
Nope.
Black murdered 13 people with a single curse. Imagine it. A single curse.
Oh man, just listening to Ron trying to talk is hilarious.
Now I'm gonna have to find scabbards.
Calm down, Ron. You don't.
I'm gonna pause it temporarily. I try to figure this out so it doesn't sound so terrible. I guess we'll do an intermission while I'm trying to figure it out. So unfortunately, it looks like I might need to do a bit of patching on my end and just kind of finagling with PS2 settings. So I think what I'm going to do instead is we'll probably call it for this stream tonight. I'll finagle with this and see if I can get a playthrough of this going for the next 2 or 3 days. Because I'll get us to Friday. And if we can get a playthrough going, then great. If I can't get it working, then we may switch to a default fallback for some other playthrough, but I don't want to take up too much more of anyone's time while trying to get this to work. So I think we'll call it there. And yeah. In terms of just swapping to other games and what I'm planning to do for the next couple days, if I can't get this working, we do have Fall Guys on the back burner, along with, I've been wanting to play Destroy All Humans, as well as... I picked up another game I can't remember the name of. Dope Corruption earlier? Thank you. I had a lot of fun corrupting today. We had some excellent corruptions. Destroy All Humans and Yakuza. Yakuza is the other game that I have not played, and I keep, like, literally today at the start of the stream, I was like, maybe today's the Yakuza day, and I was like, oh, not today. But coming up soon, I wanted to make sure the green screen was working properly and all that, and I wanted to try that out. But, maybe now's the time, like, right now? I'm hitting play. Let's see if I can capture it properly. Because my issue is starting it up and making sure everything works properly on it. Alright, you're gonna hear lots of sounds. My mouse is locked and I can't hold tab. I say give it like 30 minutes because there's a lot of dialogue. Oh shoot, yeah. I can't even, Alright, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it tonight. We're gonna do it soon though. We'll do that like... That might come soon actually. That might be tomorrow if I don't get Harry Potter working. But yeah, let me take some time off stream and get that working properly. I can already tell from starting it up that it's locking me into full screen and I can't do a borderless window setup quite yet unless I can get into the settings right away. So I want to do that off stream so that when I actually watch the cinematic and all that, it's all separate. And if it locks me into full screen, that's a whole nother host of issues with OBS. But anyways, that's it for tonight. Thank you everyone who was able to stop by. Do I have an activity feed? Yes, I do. Thank you to Wasabi for the 19 months of subs. That's so long. Thank you to Spinju as well, if you're still lurking around for the 100 bits. And to the anonymous gifter who gifted Oh Wonderful Fork, the brand new sub. I was trying to think of another way to say anonymous gifter. 19 months! Office Con? Office Con. That's right, the con artist of The Office, as they say. But yeah, I think that is it. Somebody named South Bay Tech Guru followed me 3 days ago. I don't know who that is. I didn't stream 3 days. I haven't streamed in like weeks. I don't know who that is. I got suspicious when I saw tech there, and I was like, oh god. But I don't live anywhere near the South Bay, so that ain't me. Narcs the lot of you? Hey, we ain't narcs. Let me go find someone to throw a host over to here. Give me just a moment. Sit tight for the raid. We'll see who's online, actually. I don't know if anyone's online. Oh, we got a couple people. I think I'm gonna host, so there's a couple people I want to host, but I also want to host this channel because I haven't shown any attention to this channel, but I would really like them to be as popular as Our Chicken Life. So if you're not familiar with Our Chicken Life, it's an excellent channel here on YouTube that essentially it's just like this guy's farmer's life who has a bunch of chickens on his property, and he just, you know, films them and, you know, all this wonderful stuff. There's a raccoon one. There's a raccoon of Our Chicken Life, and I see them eating from a bird feeder right now, and I want to go raid them so you guys can see it too. Is it the raccoon one? Yes, it is, and it is wonderful. So go say hello. If you're a sub, say Texapog, which is our little raccoon emote. So be sure to say hello. It's a wonderful channel. I hope you show them some love. I kind of also fucking hope they become as popular as Our Chicken Life because raccoons are awesome, and they're always on there. I can't believe it. But anyways, thanks again for everyone that stopped by today. I hope you have wonderful nights and a good week. We'll see you soon. Take care.